Oh, we're here. We're here. Okay. Yo, how's it going, man? It's been a
Doing
while.
good. It's been a
Been a
while.
while.
We've been away. We've been
I know we've
away.
been away. We've been away. We've been away. We've been away. But hey, the good thing is we're back. That's the biggest thing, right? It's all about living life in the present. Because hey, what do you live life in the past for, right?
For real.
Exactly. Give me run into a car in front of you. Yeah,
That's
I'm
no
just
good,
saying.
especially these days, dude, with traffic.
Oh yeah, exactly. But it feels good to be back. It feels good to be to run this back again with you. Of course, always. It was good to see you last week at 404 Esports.
Shout out to
Shout out to 404.
let's go. 404 is the best.
Yeah, it is, man. And Greg doesn't pay us to say this.
No, for real. We're definitely unsponsored.
Yeah. We just like 404 Esports. But yeah, man. Feels good to be back. Another week. The Falcons won again too as well. By the way, felt pretty damn good. I saw Arthur Blank in the crowd.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty awesome. And
Nice.
yeah. We got a lot of stuff on the docket for today. So I have some unfortunate news. My fun employment days are kind of numbered right now. So kind of like I got an offer, man, but it's like, my fun employment is over. It was fun. It was fun. I had some great moments. I got some time to work on my app, which I found out, by the way, bro. I got to change the name.
Oh yeah, yeah. You mentioned that you had to, but I don't think.
Yeah.
you told me.
Well, yeah. Wild story. Well, I mean, let's get to that first. So, bro, I'm at this event. So I joined this. It's more of a not an incubator, but it's more of like a little entrepreneur space for, I guess, honestly, for like African Americans to get together. It's called Rice. This dude named Jay Bailey pretty much put me on it. Told me about doing it 2 years ago, but I completely forgot. And then I randomly checked out the place, and I was like, "Hey, I'll join." So here I am today. So this guy was like, "Oh yeah, bet up, right? I pulled up your website." So bro, he pulled up the website. Somebody has a domain name betup.org, right?
Mm,
And it's a similar concept, but it's like jackpot coins or some random shit that you pass back and forth, and it's like
so
you're not really
crypto.
betting. Yeah, but it's slot machines or poker. I don't know. It's a pretty weird concept, but basically, I was in the process of filing the trademark for Bet Up in the U.S. because it was available. So I called my attorney, Proctor, and I was like, "Yo, random question. I could, if I file a trademark, can I just send a cease and desist? Cease and desist. Sorry." He was like, yeah. He's like, "Yeah, I can." He said, So he looked up the information. He called me back. He was like, "Yo, you can't do this." And I was like, "Why?" He said, "Somebody UK filed for the trademark in 2014." I was like, "Yo, it's UK. Don't matter. The Brexit. It don't matter, bro." I was like,
Brexit, baby.
"Yeah." I was like, I can still file, right?" He said, "Yeah, you can, but you probably go better off if you come with a new name because it's just like it's gonna be a lot. They can contest it. They can go back and forth, and then of course the app name is already taken. So I was like, I gotta come with a new name. Same concept, luckily, but hey, new
Just
name.
new logo, new name.
Hey, new branding. That's all. Just pay for it
Okay.
twice.
Could worse things could happen.
Yeah. But one of my many things, and also, ton of meetings throughout the week for better. Name penning, and hey, fun employment is almost done, man.
Hey
Ended
man.
with a trip to the Bahamas.
Hey, you can't complain about that. Ending it off on a bang.
Hey, ended off with the bang, at that. But yeah. Talking about this, man, it's just in regards of just the transition in terms of just looking for a job to finding one, bro. Hands down, this has been the craziest experience, honestly, I've ever dealt with yet. Of course, everything's remote in terms of like the interviews and stuff. I've been a part of interviews where big name companies, the big bank, big blue bank. Let's put it out there. I think I had the worst interview of my life with them, man. I'm gonna be honest. It was just like they said, "Hey, it's just one interview. After that, we'll just give you an offer if you're good enough." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I jump in there. There's two older Indian guys. One with his camera on, one with his camera off. The guy with the camera off is asking questions, and it's like you can tell he's reading from a script, question by question by question.
That's
And I'm
the
just,
worst.
it's terrible, bro.
Just
Because of like,
unnatural. And then
Exactly, bro.
like they're not even paying attention to you. They're
They're
just
not,
like,
bro. They're not. So I'm talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, tell me about pretty much Reactor in the sense of like what type of hooks you can use." I'm like, "Oh yeah, this, that, and the third. I recommend this. I recommend that. But hey, there's more ways of doing it. You can do this, that, and the third." And the next question would be about your second point you just made. I'm just like, "What? Oh, okay." And it's like, yo, I'm gonna be real, bro. He had that real heavy accent too, as well. So it's like I was a couple of times like, yo, what did you say, man?
like,
By
you
this
repeat
point,
that,
by
dude?
this,
I'm sorry.
yeah, and the other guy would just translate like, yeah, he said this. I was like, okay, cool, bro. It was the worst interview of my life, bro. And I asked him questions about like, I was like, hey, what is your culture, being that you guys are the big blue bank? And he was like, yeah, man, basically, put your head down, get your work done. I kid you not, bro. That was it. That was it.
That's good for them, I guess, but that's not a place I'm trying to work at.
So a week goes by. I completely forgot I did, because it was the week, bro. I did like five like final interviews.
Yeah, dude, you've been grinding. That's a part of the reason why we haven't been doing episodes. You've been grinding and just like weird scheduling stuff. But
yeah, terrible scheduling stuff.
You've been
but dude, man, they gave me a call back, right? And the guy was like, yeah, man, they want to give you an offer. It was like you and another individual. Because when I asked them, I never forget this, because basically these guys and these, bro, you know what bank I'm talking about, right? We do our business. We got our business account with them.
Okay.
That's why I don't want to put them on Front Street. So, yo, bro, tell me why the guy was like, we made our own framework and we're using jQuery.
I remember jQuery. I loved jQuery. Why do you even need to make a framework if you're using jQuery? And also, why are you using jQuery?
Bro, their banking app's using it right now.
The magic of jQuery is you ain't gotta do shit. You feel me?
Exactly. So their idea was they needed a React developer to come in and create React Native, in a sense, and then just build out the components. And then their words were, yeah, we're building out a new team. We're gonna be over the team. But I'm like, bro, y'all don't know React, so what? It was just like, what?
That's the worst, right? Like, and I've ran into this in the past too, where like you have like architect level people or, OG backend engineers that, shout outs to their experience. But it's like, if you don't know nothing about the front end, if you don't know nothing about these modern technologies, like, what are you doing, dude? Like,
facts. Bro, it was even worse because it was just the name of their framework was Blue.js. I know, ironic, but it wasn't even the worst of them all. So yeah, the interview experience was terrible. I let them down, pretty much saying, hey, I'm gonna decline the offer, but I appreciate it. But the biggest thing, bro, was I'm willing to put this out there, was dealing with in moment, bro, because like you dealt with in moment when you were working there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I think pretty much they went downhill in terms of just like what happened ever since, I guess, since you've been working there. I mean, with any company that transitions CEOs, obviously something wasn't working in terms of leadership. Mm-hmm. So that's why they're switching it up. But bro, so remember I called you and said, hey, yo, I got that offer. Well, the lady called me, was like, yeah, I'm just letting you know, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but we're going to go ahead and put in that offer for you. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not excited because I'm more of like, yo, I believe when you actually see the documentation. Like,
when I see
you tell me whatever.
When I see the DocuSign where I can click the link or whatever.
Hey, facts, bro. The weatherman gonna tell you it's gonna rain, but hey, is it really? So basically Thursday comes. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I'm sending an email pretty much saying, yo, yada yada yada, anything? Get a message back Friday. Oh yeah, such and such is sick. Such and such and such, bro. Long paragraph. I'm like, okay, cool. So I get a weird text message, bro, from the director of engineering.
Wait, so not through the recruiter person,
not through the recruiter anymore. Yeah, bro, and just hit.
Oh no.
Yeah, it got weird, bro, because he asked me to kind of jump on a call. So I jump on a call. We talking. I salute to him, man. This guy kept it funky, man. He was like, "It's a transition. Board of directors, pretty much funding. We just got to get stuff in pretty much situated. I don't know. Sorry about it, miscommunication. But he kept it real, man. Salute to him. But it got weird because it was like he messaged me. He's like, "Yo, I can't do an offer, bro." It was like, it's all this stuff is messed up right now. I get a message from the recruiters like, "Hey, did you take any offers? I just want to check in, make sure, see how things are going." I was like, "Wait, what?"
Stringing you along, dog.
I said, "Buddy, a screenshot." He was like, "Yeah, bro, I don't know what she's talking about."
I don't know what the.
He was like, "My bad about the miscommunication again, man." So, yeah, man, I got an offer rescinded from you, man.
That's crazy.
And that was pretty funny. It was pretty. Well, I don't even know. Basically, I'm in her eyes. I guess I was getting strung along. I could have just said, "I value you guys at the very top, so let me just roll with you guys."
Clearly, they don't if they're out here just like mismanaging, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, it's crazy, man. It's to show the market right now. We mentioned it a while back in our previous episodes how like everybody copies the FANG, and all the FANGs were just saying like recession on the way. We're gonna slow shit down, and here we go. All these other companies are laying off like crazy, bro. I remember like before we talked about the company called Getter. Not the social media company, but the it's more of you can get your groceries in minutes in a sense. It's like you order stuff now. If it's on the delivery app or the guy has it or girl, they can go ahead and deliver it over to you within minutes. So tell me why not just this company, it's a lot of companies out there. If you look back 3 months ago, all these companies were just saying, "Oh yeah, we just raised a shit ton of money. We raised funding. We're talking Series G funding, Series E fund. Like these are deep funding for some of these companies, and they're at like billion-dollar valuations."
I mean, that's part of the issue, right? Like, why do you need funding? Like Series E, I'm assuming that's like year 5 or year 6. You ain't making money 5 years in the game.
Yeah.
To me, that's a problem. I mean, sure, there's companies like Uber and stuff that I don't think they're still making money, but I'm gonna keep it a buck, dog. That shit is like they're just taking like foreign investment from countries that might not be doing the most ethical stuff, but they're trying to park their money somewhere. And then once the company goes public, I mean, then they just get all their cash out, and then everything's on the shareholders,
Yeah, you mean like the country that partially owns Nintendo?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, right? So it's some wild stuff going on. Like, it's a lot of I don't want to say it's money laundering, but it's kind of money laundering, but like legal money laundering, if that makes sense.
You gotta explain that one a little bit. I kind of know, but explain it for the viewers.
You got all this cash. You try to invest some money in anything because you got to get this cash out somehow. So if you're a nation state, you might have something called a sovereign fund. I forget what country it is. It's one of those. This is a different example, but like there's this country. I think it's like Norway or Sweden or one of those countries. Essentially, everybody in that country retires a millionaire because everyone's pension in that country is invested up in one of these sovereign funds. And then so what the country does is they'll just invest in some shit. Like let's say, for example, we'll use the example of Uber. They go to Uber like, "Yo, we want to buy $1 billion worth of shares. We'll pay you 10 cents a share." Uber's like, "Bet, I need money." And then the funny thing is like Uber doesn't make any money. That's why they keep changing the rules on the drivers, right? Like they keep raising money, they keep changing the rules, like the percentage split. Like I remember it used to be like they used to give the drivers the majority of the money. Now I think Uber takes the majority of the money, something like that. But anyways, Uber then went public. People are like, "Oh yeah, everybody knows Uber. This is a huge company. My kids use it, I use it. This shit's gonna be worth something." They buy all those shares for,
Oh, drop some shit.
You good? Yeah, so they'll sell all their shares on the market when it IPOs. Let's say that shit sells at $10. That's a huge come up. And then these funds get all their money out and they're good,
Yeah, in a way it's
meanwhile,
like
the shareholders, and it's clean cash. They might make money. Even if they lose money, they don't care because it's clean cash.
You can write off the money too.
Oh yeah, and like I'm sure because there are other countries, they have different laws in terms of income and taxation and what you can do with it. You know, so it's just wild.
Yeah, shit is wild. Shit is wild, bro. Shit is wild. But yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, dude, think about this in terms of just after this whole landscape of just all these layoffs and stuff like that in the tech community, you know, of course, things are going to rebound in terms of the economy.
They will. They always do. Shit's
how would, as a big company, even as a FANG companies, bro, how would you build that morale again? Like after this cold winter that actually happened? Because you got to think people got survivor's remorse and people got laid off.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think FANG companies care because they've got the brand of I'm Facebook, I'm whoever, right? People, and they're like, yo, we already paid the most. People are gonna want these high-paying jobs because, like, if you think about it, wasn't there like strikes in England not too long ago, like the railroad workers or something like that? They were striking. I think down here as well. Like they can strike because they have unions and stuff. There ain't no tech unions. You know what I mean? Like if everybody walks out, A, everybody's not going to walk out, and B, like these companies don't just hire other people because there's no like unity going on over there. Yeah. And like FANG companies don't care. They got the bag, right? They're like, whatever, dude, we'll give you $250,000 when the competitors are paying like 150. Most people will be like, oh yeah, they pay $100,000 more. Let's do it. So true. I don't think they care about morale too much.
So you brought up a good point about the they're not unionized. So how do you heard of the story recently with the Amazon warehouse fire?
Yo, shout out to that guy from New York, bro.
In Staten Island, it pretty much
my boys wearing golds. Did you read the article? How they said they wanted him, like the lawyers that were fighting the unionization. They were like, "Oh, we want him to be the face because he doesn't look," Essentially, they were saying he looks like a thug. You know? Like, he's not that smart. He wears grills and stuff like that. We want him to be the face because they thought that would be harmful. But shout out to him, man. My boy did it.
Like he looks like a hoodlum. We don't care. And as you know, he built a union. But recently, there was a fire in New York, actually, in one of the warehouses. They suspended the workers because the workers stopped working. But they suspended them with pay. Shout out to the union. So, shout out to the union. All as a result of the union. So, I don't know if you've seen that one. That was pretty funny.
I didn't see that, but I know one of the Starbuckses here in the city, Atlanta, for the listeners that ain't from here, it's the first unionized Starbucks. And
where?
I forget which one. It might have been like Midtown or Buckhead or something like that. But like you could Google that. It's like the first Starbucks unionized store.
Wow, they go there.
And then like I think Chipotle started. Some of their stores started unionizing as well. I think up in Michigan or something like that. So cool stuff.
Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. I gotta check that place out. It might be the place on Peachtree, but I gotta check out which one. I was trying to look up real quick and see if I could find it, but it never popped up so real fast. So,
it's the one on Howell Mill Road.
Okay, okay. I gotta hit that one then. Yeah. That is the one next to the GameStop.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
over there by the Walmart and everything.
Yeah. So in terms of like the landscape in the future, so you think like people are gonna like wash their hands and forget all this stuff happened and just like, hey, I'm just gonna work for this FANG company?
Yeah, because what other option is there? Unless you're already rich from working in tech.
Yeah, very true.
You don't have the luxury of saying no. At the end of the day, you got your family to take care of. So until you get your bread up, you got to work for companies that might not treat you the best. Although, from my understanding, FANG companies overall, like they treat their engineers pretty well. Obviously, they don't treat all their workers that well, which is unfortunate. But that's the game of capitalism, right?
Yeah.
Whoever's got the money makes the rules.
Yeah.
Which is
I think it's more of a like, in a way, is when you think about it, it's like a bait and switch situation. Let's take meta. Haha. It's weird still saying meta in terms of just like how they're laying off their company. They're laying off their not just engineers. We'll go with their interns. So I don't know if you're familiar with like their intern process. You pretty much go through the internship. If you do really well, of course, you're going to get an actual full-time role. Now, they made promises of saying like, hey, everyone's not going to get a role. Hey, they're hiring freezes or whatever, yada, yada, yada. So they kind of, in a sense, said, hey, we're going to bring some people on. They didn't bring anybody on, in a sense, at all. So it's like, from there, it's like, yo, what do you really go from there? Because like you're requiring more from the engineers that you have right now. You got rid of all your contractors. You're pretty much saying, hey, we're not hiring anyone else. You're in a weird situation now where you're changing the requirements in terms of just your performance reviews, so that way you can increase the number of people who are going to get laid off. But at the same time, you're trying to push the metaverse in a way. How can you really compensate? Because it's like it's more of a situation like, you know, you have a dog and a cat. So the cat, you're going to go ahead, the cat's going to stay in the house. You're going to give the cat caviar, in a sense. You're going to give a cat nice food and stuff. That dog, it might be a big dog. You're going to have that dog outside on a leash, and you're going to give the dog the scraps and whatever. But it's like, in a sense, you're expecting this cat to be a dog in front of company, versus just like a dog. Like the dog's just going to be the dog no matter what. Like, in a sense, you brought up the fact that we may have to be in situations where it sucks working there. Now, if you're always like that and it's like, okay, we got to go in high gear, it is going to be like that, versus me being pampered for so long to me just finally being like, oh, we actually have to do work. I feel like that's like, I don't know. That's just all these companies, these big companies, thinking that you're going to just flip the switch like that, and these people are just going to go back to like how it was their first engineering job. It's not the case, bro.
It's not like, but that's, I mean, I think we touched on this in a past episode, how they like started doing hiring freezes. They stopped hiring maybe high-end engineers because they're the first to go. Because like, oh, the system's already architected. Let's hire some lower-end guys to kind of fill in for the work because the system's already built good, you know?
Yeah.
So,
oh, yeah. We talked about that.
Yeah.
We talked
and
about
so
that.
I feel like that might be the move. And like, I'm definitely not hating on these junior engineers. I mean, get in the industry, make all the money you can. But it's just, I don't know, like, I feel like unions was like the only answer to this stuff, right? Because like, this is something that like, I've been thinking about, like our grandparents and generation, like they all had union jobs, they all had good benefits and stuff like that, pensions. I mean, that's kind of how the 5-day work week came. It used to be 7 days a week, and then pretty much like the entire country was like, yo, this is some bullshit, and they started striking and stuff. That's how like the minimum wage and stuff came about, and like the child labor laws. So I'm wondering, and I feel like now more and more people are unionizing. Like you see the news stories, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I didn't see any news stories about unions. You know what I mean? So, and a part of it is, you know, the pandemic. Part of it is just shit's fucked up right now. And people are like, well, what we've been doing isn't working. Let's try to do something different, you know? So,
True.
Like, I'm not sure if it's the exact answer, but it seems like the best answer to me. Because at the end of the day, these companies are making billions of dollars. And sure, engineers are making a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but you're not getting necessarily your due, is what I would say.
So here's a question for you then. Like, in a perfect world, what would that union look like for engineers?
So a part of the unionization idea that I was thinking of was, in addition to, like, you know, for example, as an engineer, are you productive a full 8 hours a day? I'm pretty sure 90% of engineers would say no. maybe shorten the workday, because at the end of the day, like I've seen like a lot of articles, a lot of charts and stuff. Productivity has gone up, but the amount of work people are doing is the same. So if the companies are making more money, you're doing more products, why are you forcing people to work the same amount of hours? Like that doesn't make sense. So I think maybe some unionization efforts against that, you know, having more autonomy in your day, higher pay, maybe more vacations, but also like in terms of just like better benefits like that, I think having a say in how the company runs, because like some type of voting or something, you know, obviously the board's probably gonna, like, if this really happens, the board's gonna have more sway. But like, let's say the board of a company, a fan company is like maybe 10, 15 people, and they got 100,000 engineers working there. Like they're the ones building the value. Like they should probably have some type of say on like how the company operates.
True.
Because you know, like what happened during 2008, like just thinking about like all these banks, like all these people were losing their homes and stuff, all these employees were getting fired, but the CEOs were still getting bonuses because they fucked up everybody's money. I bet if the workers voted, that shit wouldn't go down like that. You know what I mean?
So all right. So two things on that point right there. Number one, you might be onto something in regards of if we can just unionize all the developers in terms of like here in Atlanta, then expand out. Like we may have something, man. We may have a nice
like,
little union.
At worst, what are they going to do? Like, oh, we're not going to hire any union guys. But like, okay, all the union guys, ideally they'll be mutual aid. We have all this talent. We could be working on our own products and stuff, and then you just undercut the big company.
True.
Right?
So exactly. So
because they're making, like, for example, like, let's say a fan company makes $1 million in profit. Well, I mean, add that $1 million profit, like 700,000 is going to the executives, right? So if you have like a union and they're doing their own thing, we just split that shit up. Maybe they charge $500,000, but they're splitting that shit up so they ain't got to worry about it.
And it become profit share.
Yeah, like I feel like it makes the most democratic sense because like everyone has a stake in it, you know? Because like a lot of companies, like whether it be a startup or a big company, they're like, oh no, but like we're giving you stock, so you'll be part owner. It's like, bro, that shit isn't like a real any type of ownership stake. Like, oh, I got 0.0000001% of the company. Like, whatever, dude, just give me a cash bonus instead at this point.
Exactly. That may or may not actually get acquired. That may or may not go public. That may or may not be sustainable for the next 3 to 5 years. So
yeah, and like even these fan companies, like they give you like, I don't know, like 10 stocks, 100 stocks, 200 stocks, depending on what level you're at. But like, there's millions of shares. Like that shit ain't worth anything. I mean, it's worth money. Don't get me wrong, but like, you're not an owner. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, you got that shit in your 401k or your Robinhood account or your Fidelity or whatever, but you're not the owner, dog. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, isn't like you gotta have like a 1,000 shares, pretty much a block of shares, in order to go to the actual shareholders meeting?
Yeah, like they have all these crazy rules and stuff like that, and it's like, dude, none of these employees. I mean, sure, a few of them do, you know, if they've been spending years there and they've been promoted up the chain, but like out of 100,000, like let's say 100,000 engineers, maybe 5 or 6 of them have made it to that level of like C-suite level where like they actually own something.
Very true, bro. Because when you brought that up, it reminded me of my previous job, because it's just like, if there were something like that in place, and you have like appointed liaison from like the union to speak directly with C-level suite to let you know, like, hey, yo, on the ground level, bro, there's terrible communication. They don't have any understanding of any roadmap, any understanding of what we're doing. What is the point of this current acquisition that we just did? Like, you can vote on acquisitions and stuff like that from an actual union standpoint, bro.
Because
it would just change the dynamics of, just like you said, if we're really a capitalistic demographic, you know, democracy country. So yeah,
and like a lot of people will be like, oh no, but that's like communism. And I'm like, no, bro, like we're out here getting paper. We're just trying to like vote on this shit, you know? Like, just because people can vote doesn't mean, like, I thought that's what America was about, voting and shit, you know?
Man, honestly, the same thing. I feel like if there's a situation with a company where they're going through a transition in terms of CEOs, I mean, yeah, you got the board of directors deciding, but yeah, in terms of a union standpoint, what better input to have than the actual workers themselves?
Yeah, they're the ones creating value at the end of the day, right? Like, sure, the board of directors or whatever, they make decisions, but you can't tell me that making this decision is more valuable than what these 100 employees are doing, or like what at a fan company, what these 100,000 employees are doing. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that's the actual work being made, which is like, and I know it sounds weird to say this way, like as an engineer, but like we're the labor force, even though it's a desk job, it's a very high paying job, it's a very flexible job.
Yeah.
We're very
Well,
fortunate, but it's
yeah.
still labor at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
White collar workers.
Yeah, white collar labor, right? And like that's why like I keep trying to like remind people like it's kind of like let's look at the NBA. They're still workers. Like these
Hmm.
they're millionaires and they're making a shit ton of money,
They
but
have company policy.
but them team owners are making billions. And them team owners, they're not the one out here get hitting these threes and these dunks, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's why they collect. Basically, they unionize under the Players Association too, as
Yeah, the
well.
Players Association is a
Yeah.
union, and that's why they can do the collective bargaining. Like, you know, every few years, they'll be like, oh, this is the player minimum. Imagine if there was no player minimum. You can't tell me there wouldn't be like some player out there like, yo, I'll do it for 50
Yeah,
because they're in
I
a
mean,
bad situation.
yeah. I mean, it's just like the MLB. MLB, there's no actual minimum. Well, there's no
Yeah,
maximum. No maximum. So
there's no maximum, and they're out here papered up.
Mm-hmm.
Like them and soccer players, I think, are like the best paid out of all the pro
Mhm.
sports.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like football, their players association is trash, dude. That's why they get treated so poorly, right? Like sure, their stars are taken care of, but like a normal tight end, like they're
And it's
disposable.
crazy. It's crazy, bro, because they're like the league generates the most money in terms of all the leagues in the world.
Yeah, dude. Like they make so much money, and the players, most of those players, like they're not taken care of. They're
No, no.
ruining their bodies.
You
Like,
see what happened with the Tua situation?
bro, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. So, in terms of like protecting workers' rights, I guess is how you would say this. And
Mhm.
just that's the thing. Like, anytime somebody says workers' rights, they're thinking of like, you know, like coal miners and stuff. And it's like cool, not discounting that that's hard work. But everybody, well, not everybody, but like 99% of people are workers. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You got the people that own the businesses, and then you got the workers. And
Yeah.
even like certain business owners, like it's like different types of business, you know? It's like I would say, for example, peachtreedevs. This is a business in terms of we do contracts and we do stuff like that, but it's not like we're sitting on our ass and doing it. Like we're putting in the time to make this money.
Even though we're sitting down on our ass now.
I mean, we we are quite literally. But like me and you, like if we had to bust out some code, we actually get there. We bust out code. We go to these meetings. We do all this work. Whereas there's other businesses like landlords. You know, oh, I did nothing this year, but that rent's going up, even though my mortgage is the exact same. Everything's the exact same.
Yeah.
It's different types of businesses. I'm not hating. I mean, but like you know what I mean, like. There's worker businesses, and then there's just like, oh, I own this shit, so I'm getting paid off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people like to pit these like, oh, but you're a business owner and those are workers. You guys got to hate each other. It's like, no, dude, like we could all come up together. It's those billionaires that, you know, they might be not quite on the same page as everyone else. But
So when can we expect like these the welcome packets or the intro packets for your unionization?
shit, dude.
When you gonna unionize? Hey, I'll pay my dues.
So what you're saying is Mehul will never get hired by a fan company ever.
Yeah. I mean, you got the army. Well, wait. Let's put this out there, by the way, y'all. So I went to 404 esports last week. I haven't been in a while. I need to go more often. I haven't been in a while. So come to find out, this man Mehul has a tech army, not just engineers. The man has an tech army.
Bro,
But
we got
UX,
everything.
QA.
QA, we got everything. Web developers, front end, back end, full stack. We got some Web3 guys that do like Solidity coding for Ethereum.
So come to find out, so I haven't been in. It's probably been like, damn, it's probably been a year since I've been to 404, and everyone there is like, yeah, man, who will put me on? Man, who will put me on? I'm like, yo, what the hell, yo,
I'm
this man
telling
has
you,
a full army of
bro,
engineers ready to go.
we're ready, dog. Like, I got a shout out to my boy Musa. He's out here working on getting some of his cloud certifications because that's a booming industry. Just kind of like
Man.
helping people migrate or develop cloud native applications.
Yeah.
So
And I just want to put it out there, man. Sometimes all heroes don't wear capes, and a lot of people don't know what you do behind the scenes. So I just,
hey,
just want to give you your flowers right there.
it's funny because like I was that's kind of why we were late. I was caught in traffic, but I was talking to my boy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, like he's listened to our podcast a couple times, and he was like, yeah, like it just seems like you guys are just doing it to help people and have fun." I'm like, that's exactly it. Like we're not really making any sponsor money or anything off of this stuff. So we're just trying to help put the community on, make some money along the way, help other people make money,
Yeah.
and shit. If we could, like the army, I mean, we get this consulting going on. We got a great company, the Peachtree
Man
the
got
Peachtree
army.
Group,
I was there, man. We were outside and
just
one of
hanging
the,
out.
I forgot Buddy's name, but he was like, "Yeah, man, we got the army right here, bro. We just need one contract, bro. We got back end, front end right there. He said we got QA right here. We got UX design. We got
Shout out
database."
to my
I was
dude.
like, yo, he's not lying.
Shout out to my dude. Yeah,
Because like, bro, how often are we surrounded around like people like that? And like we always talked about, why we do the podcast and stuff, because it's like we try to give people an idea of just you don't have to be this fat guy with glasses on writing code. You can be cool as hell playing video games, wearing sneakers, do all type of shit. So
yeah, like you were wearing J's. I had like some like loafers on from like Sid Washburn or something. Like we was just hanging out.
Yeah, and everybody was just, like, it was just different being in that situation with just like probably like 10 engineers, not just engineers, but 10 like I guess people in tech, in a sense, because it was different
Like,
roles out there.
Yeah, and shout out to my dude who we were talking about. I don't know if like we should like put him on blast right now, but he also got his what is it, his Scrum certification or whatever too.
Oh,
he said.
yeah, he said, "Yeah, I'm a scrum master out here, bro." I was
He's-
like,
he works at
"Hey."
CNN. So
Okay.
like, yeah, we got people that are like putting in work like all across the board, and it's a very diverse crowd. We're all local from Atlanta. Like that was kind of our goal. That's why we picked the name Peachtree Devs. We're trying to put our city on.
Bro,
So-
I'm not gonna lie. I felt like the character, the guy, the original Hulk in Fight Club, pretty much in a sense.
Oh,
when
shit.
when he was like, "Yeah, I got such and such in this part of town. Okay, I got that such and such." I was like, "This guy, man, who has an army?
Bro.
Hold up."
Fight Club, baby.
I was like, "Where have I been?"
I told you, dog. I've been working behind the scenes. I'm like, I'm getting these boys ready. Musa's about to be ready. Like, he's got like 3 years of experience out here grinding. And like, I'm putting him on some cloud shit. So like, I figure, man, me, you, him, a couple of the other guys, like, we can knock out $1 million contracts because I've done it in the past before
Yeah.
with
Hey,
them boys, other boys. But oh
hey,
shit, what's up, Kaz?
Quit. I'm not. Well, first off, I'm sorry for your loss in terms of the Saints situation right now. But yo, I'm not lying. In a legit army, it was like a good 10 people out there just already like just saying like, yeah, we just need one contract, bro. We just need one contract. We can get this thing going. I was like, oh my gosh, yo, I've never been around this before.
Like Quez, I don't know if you've been to 404, but the back porch where people go to get fresh air, we was just hanging out there, having a good time chatting, and then one thing led to another, and then we was like, yo, this guy does this dude does this. Like we got the sea of engineers out there.
Yo, it was crazy. He was like, yeah, I'm a scrum master, bro. CNN, bro. I was like, what?
And it's great because it's like, it's our people. We got the nerdy dudes from the Atlanta, so like we're all in the culture. We're all just like, yo, like I do this shit for my day job, but like I'm trying to build for myself, my family. I mean, shit, one of them, we was just talking about like renting land out. Like one of them was working on getting a house by the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Musa?
No, that was my boy from CNN.
Oh,
Musa got a house too, actually, but that's gonna be his
yo,
first house.
the army made who will raise, man.
Bro, I joke about these are all my boys. Like, this is my army, these are my kids. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, bro. Like,
He not lying, bro. He not lying. He not lying. Oh yeah. I mean, okay, bro. Okay, bro. Hey, just no quest, man. We'll see if we win on Sunday, but if we know we do, we got the NFC South on lock, man, for the first time ever in like 4 or 5 years. So let me just have this moment, man.
we
But bro, all right. So we talked about this briefly. So remember, backstory. Back to like the company that I was laid off from. In a sense, they're going through a rough patch even more, bro. Like the stock price is down to $8. They just look right now.
How much was it when you joined? Just so the listeners, viewers have some reference.
So when I first joined, it was $92. They issued me in my offer letter $80,000 worth of stock. As you know, if you go through the process of just the vested years or whatever, BS. I look at it as like I'm only care about 25% of that because I'm gonna give you 1 year no matter what. So you give me 1 year, okay, 80,000 to me, I get $20 extra thousand. Cool. So the way they're going, I'm like, okay, the stock price is even going up higher, so it might be more. So I was like, okay, cool. After a while, and I was telling you this, probably like first and second quarter, the stock price is going down. People are kind of scared about getting laid off. Every little all hands meeting got more depressing and depressing as the year went by, and I noticed it was less and less people. So it got down to like 40,000, right? $40 in terms of like the stock price. And keep in mind, I could jump in at 90. So they was like, okay, cool. We'll give you an additional $30,000, compensate what's going on. Stock price still plummeting. At this point, I mean, back in early August, it was $10, bro. So $10. Right now it's at $8. But a weird situation is, and it not just this company, it's a lot of companies out there. A lot of companies that do layoffs in a sense, and then they'll on their website they'll say like, "Oh, we're hiring for this particular role or whatever." All right. So it got really weird, and not just this company, but screw it. I ain't gonna say their names. But our previous company, so they got in a situation where they're still hiring, but they're hiring just VP level engineers, principal level engineers, senior level, a few seniors, but mainly principal and directors, and what the first one I said, VPs. So I noticed a trend. I noticed a big trend. I don't know if you got the link or whatever I sent you before. It might have sent you to the LinkedIn like sign up website. I don't know. It might have screwed up. But bro, they all come from one big tech company.
I mean,
and that company's Yahoo, bro. And it's like when I looked at it, it was like, okay, the new CTO's from Yahoo. Okay, cool. When I was working, the VP was from Yahoo. The principal, the girl who tried too hard was from Yahoo. A new guy they brought in.
Okay.
Yeah. Another principal came in. He's from Yahoo. And it's like, okay, all right, it's 4 Yahoo people. Cool. And I looked on it the other day and I was like, yo, they're hiring more people, but they're hiring like this is the same company. It's just like, okay, we want to downsize. We're gonna lay off people, engineers, stuff like that. So the actual head of engineering that was in the office here in Atlanta, everyone pretty much under him. In a sense, we got laid off in a sense. So they replaced a new hiring VP engineering. They got a new hiring manager because I've been asking about a hiring manager for so long, bro. And they're all from Yahoo, bro. Like I don't know if it's conspiracy going on. I don't know if it's going to be an accusation going on. That's like, I don't know. But they're all from Yahoo, bro. And they all worked at Yahoo for like minimum 4 years.
This seems like another army, dog. We got our army. They got theirs now.
Yeah, but it's like they took over an Atlanta-based company. So like you already know the company.
But they don't live here, right? They don't live here. They're all in the Bay.
They're all in the Bay, bro. The new CEO's in the Bay. The new CTO's in the Bay. Pretty much in a sense from what the CTO was hell bent on migrating to AWS.
most of everybody, I mean, who didn't get laid off just essentially quit because they were just like, I don't want to work here anymore. Like it's terrible. And it was just like, I don't know. It's just, I feel like the whole union part would have came into play when what you brought up earlier, because during my time there, it's been 3 CEOs and I only worked there for like, dang, bro, 11 months.
That's crazy, dude.
11 months, bro.
3 CEOs in 11 months. Also, that's kind of why they laid you off, dude. You were coming up on your 1 year. They didn't want to give you your stock.
Yeah, I know, bro.
And I feel like if there was a union, that wouldn't be the case. They'd be like, nah, bro, you ain't laying this guy off. He put in his work.
Facts. So it's a weird situation right now because it's like, yo, you guys are hiring, but realizing like either company's gonna get bought out by Yahoo or the company's gonna transition over to Yahoo. They still have their offices, stuff like that in Palm City Market, but yeah, it's kind of weird. But hey, it is what it is. My mom always said things happen for a reason, so
yeah,
I've been fun employed until the 24th, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, that's just all you can do is wish them well and keep it pushing, right?
Keep it pushing, bro. Keep it pushing. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy.
Bro.
But man, oh, dude, I told you I went to Refactor.
You did,
did we have a pod ever since then?
We haven't, dude. We haven't had a pod in a while, bro.
Oh
like,
my
so
God.
much shit popped off.
Oh my God.
I mean, Refactor happened. Me and Joaquin, who was on I think you met Joaquin at 404. We went to Kennesaw State, Marietta campus, did like a quick tech thing, so I checked that out. Microsoft was there sponsoring, so we're like, cool, let's pull up, eat some pizza, see what they're talking about. What else happened? The Queen died.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of big news.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, I really forgot about that, bro.
Like,
a lot of people are offended. Well, I don't know. It's like I don't know, bro. It's kind of weird.
I ain't offended. I mean, bro, as an Indian man and I'm also American, I feel like the Queen did fucked up shit to both countries. So I'm gonna leave it at that. If we got any listeners, I was about to say, right? Like, if we got any listeners that like care about the monarchy, I urge you to stop giving a fuck, because that shit ain't got nothing to do with us.
Especially if you pay taxes.
Bro,
man, come on, ain't no monarchy, man. This shit
like
don't exist to us.
we fought a war, so we didn't have to be part of that monarchy. Like, bro.
Exactly, man. Exactly. The New England Patriots are based off of rebelling against them, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on, dog. And then,
come on, man.
What else happened in the news? Oh shit. This was yesterday or the day before. Shout out to Biden.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Draymond Green.
Shout out to Draymond. Speaking of green, Biden pardoned, or he started pardoning all the federal weed possession cases.
Man, all right. So here's my views on this. First off, he could have did this a while ago. So
yes, he should have.
This is like when all these Republicans, Democrats, even independents who were somehow won, they cater to their audience around this time of year. And here we are. It's midterm time. So of course, this and the whole Brittany Griner situation that's going on.
Did he do anything about that yet?
Brittany Griner. Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought I said Brittany the other one. The other one, PJ Washington. That's what I was thinking about it.
Oh, damn.
I didn't look at the names mixed up. But yo, so Brittany Griner, pretty much, think about it. If we're gonna free her in terms of having possession, we're not gonna free them all. We're gonna do a prison swap. Yeah. Now if we do that, what's the justification of people who got locked up here? So of course he's trying to do it, just like let people out. So yeah,
I think it's a good thing. I think the timing is convenient and it's good for them. But at this point, I don't give a fuck if it's good for them. If they're trying to buy votes, cool, as long as they're doing something good for the people.
True.
And something to consider, though, a lot of people don't realize, is that this is on the federal level, so it's still people on the state level that are still locked up. And that's going to be hard. I don't think Biden can do anything about that because states' rights, the same reason why a lot of states are making abortion illegal now is because of the whole states' rights thing. But at least all the federal people, and I think DC is included under federal law. So like all the people locked up in DC for weed charges, they're all going to be freed too.
You sure about that in terms
That's-
of DC? Because bro, DC's is legal in terms of recreational marijuana.
Yeah, but I mean, people that got locked up before are still in jail, right?
Yeah. But I'm
they're
saying
pardoning
like,
them.
yeah, but it's federally illegal. But they sell weed in the backyard.
Well, that's the city law, I think, right?
It's a district law, the District of Columbia.
Or the District of Columbia. Okay. Yeah. But so the article I saw, it was on CNBC. They said that federally and DC included.
Okay, turn up.
But
turn up.
I also I saw something that was interesting. More corruption. Shout outs to politicians, Republicans and Democrats. They all crooked. But
Yeah, you gotta win the game.
yeah, what was that? What's that girl that like her husband's the greatest stock investor of all time? Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah. That new
So,
law she's trying to come up with.
So turns out her husband bought a lot of wheat stocks 4 days ago.
Oh, bro, you heard about her new bill she wants to put in place where she's trying to prevent all politicians from buying stocks?
She's trying to do that?
She's trying to do that, but they said if you already own it, you just own it already.
I
Yeah,
mean,
bro.
it's a good step, but like she's just trying to throw people off the scent. Because like, I don't know if you followed it. There used to be this Twitter bot called Nancy Pelosi Tracker, and anytime she made a stock trade, it would say what trade she made, so then people could make the same trade.
Wow.
And that shit kept getting banned, bro. They kept banning that fucking Twitter account, and I'm like, oh,
Oh boy, you can make a lot of money.
bro, she like her husband, because like I don't think she does it in her name because that's clearly insider trading, but like her husband does it. I mean, it's all insider trading. Let's keep it a buck, but he's like the greatest stock trader of all time,
He might have overheard some conversations.
right? Like,
Oh, wink.
it's it's wild how much they know. Like, remember she went to Taiwan not too long ago to like check out stuff when like China was threatening some stuff.
I thought she was just provoking him, man. Like, this is be
Bro,
honest. Like,
you know what it
like,
was? It wasn't even that. You know what it really was?
What was it?
She was checking out them computer chip semiconductor factories, Nvidia, Intel, and all them. And then if you notice,
That's why
shout out to Biden though, because I don't know. Obviously, he didn't come up with this shit, but like his people did. They're giving incentives to companies like chip manufacturers to like open up factories in America, so like we could have some workers here.
Hey, woo! That's what I like.
Right?
Woo!
We need to bring our jobs back. Like,
Hey! I don't agree with this guy often, but hey, he did do it. Trump was doing that last. He was trying to do that, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's all politicians on some fuck shit, but when they do something good, I'm gonna be like, yo, that shit's good. Like, I am super critical of Biden all the time because I thought he wasn't gonna do shit. I just thought he was just gonna pull up, do nothing. But the student debt stuff, the weed stuff, these things aren't perfect, but at least it's a good step.
I don't know, bro. My student loan debt balance still the same.
Did you do the sign up stuff that you're
I think it's
supposed
like
to?
I think it'd be available in like 2 weeks. There was an article I saw where it's like you can apply in like 2 weeks. So, yeah, I keep getting calls every day from is it Telnet? I don't know. One of these companies, they just keep calling me. I send them straight to voicemail, or they'll do
shit.
they'll as soon as you pick up, they'll say, "Hello, this is a recorded line."
Oh shit,
Click.
dude.
I'm like, click.
But I just saw since we started, I think we pushed the pod back, but I just saw. Let me screen share real quick. Stacey Abrams support medical marijuana as governor. She will decriminalize that shit on a state level and do expungement. If she ain't full of shit, that's a good ass move.
That's a good move right there.
Elections are coming up too. I mean, we'll see if she wins, and then we'll see if she follows through.
She's not gonna win.
Yeah. Oh, this is from.
I hate to say it,
Yeah.
but it's like you gotta. she got my vote no matter. I mean, the situation in terms of we got like actual gambling, sports gambling, but some other things too as well. She's trying to support and she's trying to leverage that money to the kids, which I'm all about, and putting that money back into the Hope Scholarship, bringing that Hope Scholarship down from 3.7 back down to 3.0. I never qualified for it. My bad, Mom. But hey, some other
it's good for the kids.
Yeah.
And you want smart kids, like you want smart citizens in your country, because that's the motherfuckers that you're gonna be around. Like,
facts.
I hate the argument. People are like, oh, I don't want to pay taxes because my kids go to private school. Why do I need to pay property taxes for the public schools? It's like, bitch, you want to live around dumbasses? Like, that's just trash.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of elections, how about all this Herschel Walker shit, dog?
Bro, so old, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I was at my boy David's house this past like 2 days ago, and for the first time ever, I heard this man speak.
Bro, he's worse than Biden.
He can't talk, bro.
He's worse. Like, the CTA got him bad, bro. Like,
he's like, I don't see color. I see great American citizens. I'm like, yo, this man sounded like the Colonel. I was like, yo.
He sounded like Loghorn Foghorn, dog, from Looney Tunes.
Yeah, bro. And I do not like this time of year, like election times, bro.
It's so much pandering. It's so much
terrible,
shit.
Bro. No one's. And I shout out to Warnock, bro. Warnock be giving you these nice little ads where it's like, okay, I feel good about watching that ad. Versus just like Herschel Walker. Hey man, they say he had a knife to somebody's neck. Like, damn,
bro. I saw that. Did you see the ad that Herschel Walker did about that?
Which one?
He did an ad saying the Reverend said I did all these things, and he's telling about all these things, and he's got like the news clippings behind him.
Oh,
and then he goes, he doesn't even say that shit didn't happen. He goes, well, he doesn't know the full story. I had mental issues, and now I'm over it through the Lord. And I'm like, cool, bro, but like he didn't say no. And also,
Lord? Hold up, I ain't never seen that one.
Also, but bro, if it's your ad, why would you put the news clipping of you doing some fuck shit on there? You know what I mean? It's your ad.
I don't know, bro.
He shouldn't be doing fuck shit.
He dropped the one. He dropped the one where he was saying, he was like, "Yeah, they're trying to say it's a racist country. We don't live in a racist country." And then, it dropped the voice clip of Biden saying, "Vote for me, you ain't black."
That shit was funny, bro. True. Herschel Walker playing. And then it's funny because like he did that show, one of the Fox shows, the Fox News shows, and because apparently there's a scandal where he's like the anti-abortion guy right now, and there's a scandal that he convinced his girlfriend to get an abortion and he paid for it in the past. They have allegedly, but they have receipts with his signature on it. Oh damn! So
you still gotta say allegedly though.
Allegedly, right? So allegedly these things exist.
Oh damn!
So the news person asked him, like, "Hey, well, did you ever send somebody a check like this?" He didn't say like, "Did you pay for an abortion?" But he said, "Did you send her? Did you know the person?" And he said, "I don't know anybody." Okay, that's a lie because that's the mother of his other child. So that's the mother of his child. And then he goes, "Oh, well, did you just send her money?" And he goes, he didn't even say no. He says, "Yeah, I sent a lot of people money." I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Yo, I've never heard him speak, bro. I've never heard him speak prior to 2 days ago, bro.
And it's funny because like everyone used to shit on Trump for not talking, and everyone used to shit on, and they still shit on Biden for not being able to talk.
No, this guy cannot talk. Like,
this guy's worse, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It was bad, bro. I was like, yo, but he sounded like a slave, bro. The way he was like, "Oh, I feel like there's no racism here in this country. It's just we all love. I don't see color. I don't." I was like, yo, bro, this is the best the Republicans are giving Georgia, bro. Like, shout out to the Democrats, bro. They gonna give us Ossoff, and Warnock, people who can actually speak,
bro.
Bro,
Warnock, like whether that's the thing. Like, you're right. Like, whether you agree with their politics or not, at least they can fucking talk.
Yeah.
Right?
Think about who was there beforehand, bro. What's his name? David Perdue. Perdue. My dad was governor. I'm trying to be governor too. Him and that girl that the WNBA kicked out.
Yeah, the
I forgot
she owned the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like there was this other ad where it wasn't an ad, it was a press conference, and this was when they were trying to do like a debate, and dude comes out, he straight up says, Herschel Walker comes out and he goes, I'm not that smart, and the Reverend, you know, he's gonna talk real nice. I'm like, bro, why would you admit that? Why would you admit that? And then, you know, like he talks about voices in his head and shit, right? Like in the open. So like, I'm like, bro, why are you admitting?
You know the funny thing, bro? He's gonna get votes, bro. He's gonna get votes off him bringing a championship to the Bulldogs in 1980. That alone.
And it's funny because I saw this clip about some conservative lady, and she was like, oh, he's not being a hypocrite. And I'm like, everyone's like, oh, he's being a hypocrite talking about no more abortions. And then it clicked for me because like this conservative lady, she said the thing. She goes, no, winning is the virtue. That's the only thing that matters. So you can't be a hypocrite if you're trying to do everything to win. And I'm just like, damn, bro, she just straight up said that shit. She's like, we want control of the Senate. And if Herschel Walker can do that for me, I don't care if he murdered baby bald eagles. That was a really weird imagery. And I'm like, wait, if you believe abortion is murder, so you think murdering, and these are her words, murdering baby eagles isn't as bad as murdering a real baby if you believe abortion is murder. I'm not trying to put no values on anybody, but that's generally the side that says abortion is murder. And now you're like, oh no, it don't matter as long as we get votes and then stop everyone else from getting abortion. I'm like, bruh. They're also like straight up just like, we don't give a fuck. We just want these votes. That's why we put, just like you said, Herschel Walker got some championships.
Herschel Walker. And he got an endorsement from Trump. Ooh, wait.
He was on that TV show, wasn't he?
I don't remember the show.
I remember, I mean, I haven't watched the show, but like I saw a clip. He was on that show, Apprentice or whatever. That TV show.
Celebrity Apprentice?
Yeah, he was on that shit. And then Trump said some shit. Trump said some shit. He goes, I love you, Herschel. I'm not a homosexual, but you're fired. And I'm like, bro, what? That like really happened. I'm like, that shit's crazy, bro.
I gotta look back at that clip.
Bro, I gotta find that shit.
Herschel Walker.
I gotta find that.
Bro, you know the funny thing is, you know, he lived in Texas for over a decade and came back here, man. Like, but he wasn't even living here, bro.
He wasn't even living here, dog.
No, he wasn't even living here.
He wasn't even living here, dude.
It's the best that they put up, bro. That's the funny thing. It was just like, dang, y'all really don't give a fuck about Georgia, bro. Y'all can at least try. Granted, Purdue had the likes of Trump because Trump beefing with Kemp. So
that's crazy, dog. Because like, people ride for Kemp. Like Democrats and Republicans together ride for him because of what he did during the pandemic.
It's a lot of people ride with Kemp, bro.
And then he's giving out those. I think I sent you the screenshot.
Cash card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How these people I went to high school with posting this shit. I'm like, damn, bro.
Yo, this man.
Same day CPNs, baby.
This man knows what he's doing, bro. I'm saying, like, look, love or hate him. The fact I believe, in my opinion, I believe he partially kind of stole the election in the first go round. But yo, this man been making moves. Making good.
That man legally stole the election, right? Because he
legally stole the election in a sense.
Because the way the law was set up, he was
allegedly.
Like, oh. He was like, because as the Secretary of State, he was like, oh yeah. Shut down them polling stations over there. Shut down.
Yeah. Only send 20. Only send 20. Sir, we need 30. Hell, send 18.
And he legally could do that. So
yes, because he didn't step down as Secretary of State. This man counted score and played the game at the same time.
How you the ref? How you the ref and the small forward? How you the small forward and the ref?
Bro, like, come on, bro.
It's like street ball. Call your own fouls, right?
Hey, ever since he joined, man, we got that $1 billion surplus. You got your Kemp check. You got your $500.
Shit, I didn't even check my account, dog.
Yep.
But,
I got my $500. Like, we got ours along with right after we did our taxes.
hell yeah.
And then he doing a cash card. This man paying for votes, man.
That's
He's
what
paying for
everybody's
votes.
around. It's wild because like I feel like this is the first time that I've seen people actually do shit. They always talk about, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, but like with the student loans, with the weed, with the cash cards, like they're like, nah, we really need these votes.
Cash cards, bro.
Because everyone's talking about, they're just buying votes. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, bro.
Yes, bro.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
Right?
Cater to the public. The public wants shit. Give it to them, bro. You are the lazy on of the public voice.
At least let them act like they don't give a like they give a shit. Normally they don't give a shit, right? Like at least let them act like it.
Yeah. Man,
that's what we need. Like we just need these motherfuckers to fight over our votes. That's how it's supposed to be.
Fight for me. Fight for me. Don't cater to me in the end. Don't say you like me.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that Hillary Clinton shit. Oh, I got hot sauce in my bag. I'm like, bitch, don't nobody give a fuck.
I don't even care for hot sauce like that, bro. Fuck out of here, bro.
You're trying to do the Dougie and shit, trying to lick the nay. I'm
doing
like,
jokes and stuff. Come on.
Like nobody cares about that shit. What are you gonna do for the community? Are you gonna like do some shit with the laws for our people, the legislation for people?
Look, are you gonna get Kodak Black out of prison? Are you gonna prevent Lil Wayne from going to prison?
When Trump said get home soon, get home ASAP, it's been a rocky week.
Bro. Leangelo Jello Ball. He
from
got
China,
him
dog.
China,
He's like, bring
bro.
that ass here, dog.
Bro.
Trump would have gotten Britney back.
Bro.
Trump would have got Britney back.
Yes, bro. He got him back from China, bro. Like, yo, bro, let that sink in. Him and 2 other UCLA kids. Yeah, they were dumb shoplifting, but he got them back.
He was like, they're Americans. We getting them back.
I was like, damn.
I mean, and it's funny though, right? Because like these motherfuckers, like it's a new era of politics. Where like I feel like it used to be, I hate the Republicans, so I'm voting Democrat, or I hate the Democrats, so I'm voting Republican. Now it's like, hey, bro, they giving out checks over here. Hey, bro, they getting people out of jail over here.
They doing shit for me over here. Okay, yeah. You know what? I don't even fuck with neither one of y'all. I like the independent.
But I like
there.
that. I like that.
I like the independent guy over there.
This guy cares about the environment, so I'm gonna fuck with him.
He's all about climate change. I know my vote may not go far, but my vote counts. I'm about to go talk to him. Or shit, I just ain't voting at all. Oh man.
Speaking of wild shit, like Kanye shit popping off right now, dog.
Oh, you mean the that White Lives Matter t-shirt?
Yeah.
I mean, think about it, bro.
He doubling down on that shit too on Instagram. He's out here threatening Puff Daddy and shit.
My thing is, bro, it's working. Because it was
working.
Yo,
he just wants attention. He don't give a fuck about nothing.
He put Candace Owens up there and himself during Fashion Week, and everyone's gonna talk about this. Granted, I mean, he was on Tucker Carlson the other night.
Ain't that like the #1 news show or some shit?
Number one, yeah, it's the #1 news show, bro. And conservatives don't fuck around.
It's funny. It's funny because like I didn't watch that shit, but I'm just assuming that he's probably talking about some fashion shit or some music shit. What the fuck do Fox News watchers know about like some like Fashion Week shit?
I mean, they could talk about that. I mean, they could talk about the whole situation with the whole Gap relationship. Because Ye came out and said that he wanted to go ahead and sell his clothes for $20 a pop.
I heard. I didn't watch the interview, but I heard he was talking about like how the Clintons were trying to control him through Kim K or some shit.
Oh,
that shit's got to do numbers with the Fox News crowd.
So there's it was something weird came out today where he pretty much saying like some of these, the influencers for Kim K, some designers, somebody in the fashion industry, and it was like, we don't know where these people came from. He was like, I think they're just made in a lab, in my opinion. I was like, oh man, this man delivering too much sauce right now. This man might be telling some secrets right now,
bro. That's just crazy. All during the election too. So like, that shit's about to piss some people off or get people excited. Either way, that's wild, dog. How Fashion Week gonna be out here affecting the election, dog?
Bro, all right. I will put bro. So when you get a chance, look at it. This went viral last week, but it's like MSNBC did an article about like saying like if black men vote, Stacey will win, right? And it's crazy because I looked at it, I was like, wait, what? So look at the numbers and stuff.
Are they saying like, black men don't vote? Like, what are they saying?
That's what I was trying to figure out. So when I clicked on it, I was like, what the hell? Because it was like the biggest margin of her supporters when she ran past time were black men. So I was like, yo, what the hell's going on? So tell me why the girl on there, and I'm gonna see in the video, the anchor was like, yeah, if black men will stop listening to Tariq Rashid and Kevin Samuels. I was like, wait, what? This guy's dead. I was like, yo, what are you talking about?
I feel like generally, I mean, I hate to like make a generalization, but I feel like for the most part, black folks vote Democrat anyways.
Yeah, we've always done, and I even asked my mom this question. I was like, yo, why have we always done it as people? It's like, since I've been born. She was like, it was actually the opposite. We used to vote Republican, and then I don't know, like a major shift happened with the Clinton administration. I don't know.
You know,
I think that was the spark of everything.
It was there was a Dave Chappelle joke about this. About how Clinton would kiss black babies and shake hands and shit.
Oh yeah.
Because like black people, I mean, you know, I'm not black, so I can't speak for anybody, but like, it's a lot of conservative black folks that people just don't realize, you know?
They are.
So like, it would make sense that they would vote because, like, you know, traditional family values and things like this. These are kind of black, kind of like main points, having good, strong family life and this and that. And that's not saying that's what Republicans are doing or Democrats are doing, but that's what the Republican Party says they support. So you would think that people would vote for them, but Clinton came in with the sauce. You know, he came on Arsenio Hall, got that saxophone.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah, damn.
He did all this shit that Hillary did.
Yeah.
But back in the 90s, in the early 90s,
I mean,
when nobody's seen that shit before.
Let's be real, bro. How many times have you seen a white guy play a saxophone?
Kenny G?
Who else?
I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I don't know that many saxophone guys.
But I'm saying, like, if you see the person play the saxophone, I mean, I don't know. I just never seen a white guy.
Who's the guy who does that song? Do 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 do. You know it. I'm doing it wrong.
Man,
but you know it. I'm doing it rough, bro. I'm doing it rough.
We even got the song playing in the background, and you try to mouth out a song.
It's
Yeah.
It's fucking me up, right? But yeah, no, like, actually it makes sense because like that's why Hillary be doing that shit. She was like, "Yo, Bill did this shit and it worked." But the thing is, Bill was probably one of the early people to do that shit. Ain't nobody seen some shit like that, but like people are like, "Yo, this is what the Clintons have been doing for years." They be acting like they do some shit, but meanwhile,
Bill did, but it was never Hillary.
Yeah, and like there was actually on some fuck shit with like the, what do they call it, the super predator laws or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And like Biden was a part of that too, but at least he's out here.
94 crime bill.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Biden was a part of that shit too.
Which is funny because he's repelling some of those things from that crime bill.
You know, it's funny.
He created.
Yeah. I mean, people can change, people can learn.
People change.
My favorite part about that actually was that there's this tweet, and I think I retweeted it. How like everyone's like, "Oh shit, Biden's out here putting in work." Somebody tweeted it. Oh damn, Biden out here just getting rid of half of Kamala's CV. You know, since she was a prosecutor.
Oh,
he's like, damn, he's just getting rid of half her shit.
Up for weed in California.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's like, damn, he just out here just getting rid of half of her fucking resume.
Oh
like that.
Yeah, I just remember that one.
I was like, God damn,
wow,
that shit was great. That was the best tweet.
When's the last time we've heard from her?
Bro, I don't even know if she like. And even when we hear from her, I feel like she doesn't say anything.
She don't say nothing. It's just words. It's just words like together.
I think that we should get together and blah, 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 and blah. And I'm like, I don't get it because these guys got speechwriters, right? Like Biden got trouble talking because he'd be stuttering and shit and he's old, but like he be trying to make a point at least. I feel like she's not even trying to make a point, and it's weird because this ain't off the top of your dome. This is like written down shit. Like, who's approving these speeches for her,
bro? Man, it's gonna be crazy, bro. Because we got 2 years, and this man's 79 years old. I haven't heard anything from Kamala. So it's like, yo, Kamala. Sorry if I messed up the name. I'm thinking about Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel. It's a good show. I'm about to watch after this pod. So that's what I'm thinking about right now.
That's a great show. Did you finish it, by the way?
No, I didn't.
Oh, bro, you about to learn something.
Okay.
I don't know how far you are, but they be talking about the partition.
I've heard rumors.
Yeah, they be talking about the partition, bro.
Oh, bro. So you watch She-Hulk, by the way?
Nah, not yet.
I think we talked about this. So, all right. So there's a weird community in terms of She-Hulk, and I'm noticing there's a lot of people. In my opinion, there's a lot of people who just don't care for who just don't care for women empowerment, and then there's people who just like they're against it. So both those people have come together, and they bash She-Hulk on a weekly basis, saying like, "Oh yeah, it's terrible, yo, Marvel's trying to do the woke thing," but the show's actually really good. The show's really good. Like I don't know what they're hating about, but the show's really damn good.
So there's this. I remember when the episode with Meg Thee Stallion came out and they were twerking or whatever, and like everyone was like hating. It's like, oh my god, you're just doing sex and blah blah this, and I'm like, first off, it wasn't that crazy. Second off, do they not know about the She-Hulk comic books? Where literally there's this one, it was one of the old ones, and like she's jumping rope and she's naked, but there's like clouds and stuff covering her. And she literally says, like her thought, I forget if it's a speech bubble or like a thought bubble. It literally says, damn, Marvel will do anything to make a sale. Like it was in the comic, bro. Like they was out here cracking jokes about that shit from day one. Like that shit's consistent. If that's what people keep talking about, everyone says, oh, I hate the MC because it's not like the comic books. They make a show just like the comic books.
Read the comics, bro. Don't watch the shows,
bro. Like if that's what you want, just do that shit, right? Like,
but it's a good show, bro. It's a good show. A certain character showed up. I don't want to ruin it for you.
I saw it on Twitter.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't see the clip, but somebody said, "Damn, he's in it." And I'm like,
he's there, bro.
He was in Spider-Man as well. You know.
Yeah, it's really good, bro. It's continuation. It's continuation. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's go. No, I'm excited about that. Yeah. I need to watch that.
It's a good show. Sorry to plug that in, but it's a good show.
No, for sure. Yeah, I need to catch that out. Dang, what was it? Oh yeah, we were talking about Harris and stuff. So who do you think they're gonna do for next year? Or not next year, but like for
2 years.
Yeah, because Biden's too old.
I don't know what they're gonna do, and it's like no one's coming up the pipeline. Like there's no one they're grooming that we know of.
Is AOC too young? I feel like she would try.
You got to be 35.
Is she 35? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Because she seems like everybody that's into Bernie Sanders will be supporting her, and I feel like so many people supported Bernie Sanders, but the way the party set up,
I voted for the primary.
Yeah, because like when what was it? When it was like between him and Hillary, like pretty much the entire party colluded against Bernie to get Hillary in there, and I feel like shout out to Bernie. He's
same thing with Biden. He did the same thing again.
Yep, and I feel like maybe people are like, oh, he's old. I'm like, well, Biden's old as hell too. First off,
yeah, they're around the same age.
But like, and it was like, oh, we don't want to vote for an old white man because we're woke, and it's like, well, so is Biden. Yeah. So like, you got this like young Latina girl who has pretty similar views. Because like, the thing I like about, I mean, other than just like the stuff they want to help people with, is like, I feel like they could get votes from like people from the Republican side, even people that are like, yo, I'm working class. They're trying to help the working class over here. You know what I mean? Like, we were talking about unions earlier. It's Republicans in unions, it's Democrats in unions. They don't give a fuck as long as you're trying to help out their workers in their situation. Yeah, and I feel like, yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to bring up the inside trading too.
Oh, yeah, exactly, right? And so if like Bernie or AOC or whoever, like if they're in there, like I feel like some people are like, damn, they're trying to help me with like whatever job I'm doing, like instead of like, because like there's this whole thing about what liberal elites. I don't even know what the fuck that means, bro. What is a liberal elite?
You're an elite liberal?
Like they're like, oh, you're rich, and like everyone's like, oh, it's because they're rich. I'm like, bro, rich people are Republicans though.
Like you're rich, but you give it all away. I don't.
That shit don't exist. Only the
I
guy
don't know
from
what that means. This is like two buzzwords put together.
yeah, and they always say it's like, oh, the liberal elites want you to do this. And I'm like, bro, who is a liberal? Who's a liberal elite?
They're a person.
Yeah, like who's a liberal? This ain't Pokemon. This ain't no Elite
Yeah.
Four.
I'm like, yo, what? Like, do they votes counts twice? Like,
Right? And everyone's like, oh, you know, the rich folks. And I'm like, but bro, like most rich folks that I know, they vote Republican because they want them tax breaks. And like, yeah,
I mean,
you do your thing, but like,
it's a crazy thing when you think about it, bro. If we take our eyes from and a view from a third world country, from Thailand, and we look at like our salaries, what we were making right now versus like living in like being someone from Thailand, bro, we're rich.
we're rich.
I just feel like we just, I don't know, the media, the idea of a celebrity, all this social media crap, like messes up our minds in terms of humans. There's a song. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs, by the way. Freddie Gibbs.
Oh, shout out to Freddie Gibbs, bro. That new album, that shit slaps.
Is slapping, bro. There's a song called CIA, pretty much where he talks about what mess up the pretty much all the minority communities. Crack, Instagram, and AIDS. It's pretty much how Instagram pretty much.
Is he lying, dog?
He's not, bro. And
the
not
NSA.
I'm just saying, like, how we compare ourselves to other people through platforms like Instagram all the time.
I mean, I'm gonna take it a level deeper, bro. We already know Facebook gives information to the feds without warrants. That's been confirmed. You don't think the CIA is looking at that shit? You don't think they're thinking, oh, you know what? You know how we got anti-monopoly laws? No. Facebook, we just gonna let you rock. You just keep feeding us the info we want, and we won't bother you. That don't seem likely.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Because in the 90s, I remember like Microsoft was getting sued for monopoly laws because they packaged Internet Explorer with Windows. That was like, no, that's a monopoly. Now you got like, oh yeah, Facebook, and then they also have WhatsApp and fucking Instagram and all these apps.
You brought up a good point too as well. Due to the Privacy Act, that's when all the CEOs of all the phone companies at the time got together and they're at the point now, if the government asks for information, they'll give it to them. That's when the mergers start happening too as well. So I think prior to, you remember back when
they split Bell up.
T-Mobile was supposed to merge with was it Sprint or AT&T? I think it was AT&T at one time.
Whatever, yeah. One
of them. And then that's when it was blocked or whatever. And then that's when the situation with the government just like, hey, we'll give you our data. Yeah. Don't worry about it. That's when that act went into play. And then now you see Metro by T-Mobile. You see all these other accusations.
They buying everything up. Yeah,
it's crazy. I never thought about that till now.
Yeah, because like Bell, everything used to be Bell, and then it like split off to like Bell South, Bell Atlantic. I don't know what the hell they called it up in the Northeast, but like they split that shit up. Bell North, Bell Northeast. Right? Bell Canada. That was a company when I was living in Toronto, and so I guess it all used to be just like one company, and they're like, nah, it's too much monopoly, and now. Like you said, like AT&T or not AT&T, T-Mobile bought Metro up. They bought Sprint up now, and like it's the same shit, right? Like
Metro by T-Mobile,
right? Like what is? And that's just funny because like I was actually at T-Mobile last week with my sister-in-law upgrading her phone. She's on my plan, and the employee that was helping us, he was like, "Yeah, like we don't like those what do you call them, budget carriers, you know, like Metro and Straight Talk and Cricket Wireless and stuff." And other employees like yo, Metro's us now. He's like, oh shit. Like I was like, damn, bro, like
Metro by T-Mobile.
What they needed was hire Metro Boomin to make some ads for them.
Yeah.
Give them sponsorship.
Ooh, Metro Boomin. Ooh, that would be
nice.
That
shit would be fire, dog.
That shit would be nice.
Imagine they come up with a mixtape.
Yeah, Metro Boomin by T-Mobile.
If you be like, oh, you get like, didn't Jay-Z do that with Samsung? If you bought the phone, you got early access to one of his albums.
Yeah.
Metro Boomin be like, yo, if you come to our shit, we'll give you like
something. But yeah.
That's cool.
Yo,
I gotta use the bathroom soon, so we got to wrap this thing.
We gotta wrap this show up. That was
It's
a
been
long episode. It's been a long episode. We've been out for a while. So.
We've been out for a while. It's been a lot of topics. So we will be back. Oh, yo, I leave town Friday next week. When you come, you leave town next week, right?
Next week.
Oh, all right. Let's link up next Thursday.
Cool.
All right, because my next weekend's my last weekend of unemployment, so I'm gonna live it up. Go to the Bahamas, boy, and it's my 1 year anniversary, man. Your boy made it, dog. Your boy made it.
Brick Squad.
Brick Squad Monopoly. But hey, man. Oh, you want to do our normal YouTube cadence?
As always, we've been the Peachtreedevs. Thank you so much for fucking with us. You know, like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up. Don't thumbs down us. All these other motherfuckers be talking about thumb down us. No, don't thumb down us, dog. Because we will know.
We will know. But give us a like.
Give us a like.
Subscribe. Turn your notifications.
Join the army if you want to learn to code. I'm out here teaching these kids.
Hey, screw it, bro. Let's get this Discord going, boy. Let's put the army on the Discord.
Bro, we should, you know, pass these jobs on. It was funny, actually. I was actually linking with my friend on some work that he needed done for his business, which is why we did the episode late. But it's a lot of opportunities out here for these kids to learn, get some experience. You know, maybe they made it fresh out of a boot camp. We can help put them on, and then they can move on to the next thing. Or, you know, our shit pops off and we all just work together and get bread together.
Or both.
Why not?
Why not? Why not? That's a great way to end it, man. But yeah, we are the Peachtreedevs. Check us out next week, hopefully. But yeah. See ya. Peace.